Coldwell Banker Halsey Real Estate has been a trusted real estate advisor for over
LMP. Go. LMP. Go. Essential personnel are to clear the controlled area for launch vehicle ordnance. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, good luck.
We're live here from DeSoto High School. I'm Brandon Pavlina. Glad to have you alongside here this afternoon as we get set for round two. It's a continuation of the game from Friday night that was postponed due to rain, and we will pick it up with 3.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter in about 15 minutes, as it's not kickoff, but it's the beginning of the game at 1 o'clock here coming up shortly. And glad to have you alongside as the score is 0-0 here early on, as both teams failed to really muster much offense at all in monsoon on Friday, as Perryville was able to tack on 67 total yards, 64 on the ground, 3 through the air. DeSoto about half of that, 36 yards, 21 on the ground, 15 through the air. Expect to see a lot more offense here today on a beautiful afternoon. It's going to be a little hot out there, so got to keep an eye on the cramping and hopefully the players staying fully hydrated out there. Heard a lot of coaches yelling about pickle juice and making sure that they got those electrolytes going. So we're excited for this one here today. We'll bring you our pregame interviews with both coaches coming up next, and then we'll go through the starting lineups here before we start this one off. So that's what's coming up. You're tuned in right now to the Fleegs Equipment pregame show right here on MyMo Info Sports. We'll be back with our interviews with both head coaches prior to the game between Perryville and DeSoto coming up next.
Coldwell Banker Holsey Real Estate has been the trusted real estate advisor for over 60 years in the Mineral area. Hi, I'm Kim Hudson, owner of Coldwell Banker Holsey Real Estate. No one has helped more people buy or sell real estate in our community than the agents at Coldwell Banker Holsey Real Estate. We are proud of the community in which we live and serve. Contact us today for all your real estate needs. Find us on Facebook or online at coldwellbankerholsey.com. Coldwell Banker Holsey, we would love to be your realtor.
Welcome back here on the Fleegs Equipment pregame show as we continue our coverage leading up to the Perryville-DeSoto continuation game here today, round two, Coach. And I'm with the head coach of the Perryville Pirates, Blaine Boss. And, Coach, obviously just a wacky stretch here over the last couple of days with the cancellation of that last game. So what have you guys been able to do in preparation for this game over the last 48 hours?
Well, like you said, it's just pretty crazy, how it's transpired. And got back, and so it's glad to see the bubbles are gone. So
yeah, right.
That's always a plus. But both teams, I think you got to have a football to see what you're trying to do against each other. So a lot of film work was done, and some adjustments will be made, and we'll see how our kids can adjust. And I think they're ready to go. And it's going to be a little different too with the heat now. Now we went from being cold, wet, to now it's going to be hot as can be. So, we're just going to have to make the adjustment and go from there.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, like you said, just kind of looking at the film, and obviously on Friday it was just a sloppy game. Nobody could do anything really, and understandably so. So was there much you were able to take from that film on either side of the ball?
Yeah, there's still some little things that you can fix and make the adjustments on. But yeah, it was a slop fest. At that point it's take care of the football and get as many yards as you can on offense and defense, just wrap up, make the play. So I think it's going to be a little different game now that it's not a monsoon out. So I'm kind of anxious to see what we can do, and we're excited to be here.
Yeah, I think both teams got to be excited about the fact to get a chance to actually get out here and play a football game and not be trying to just scrape away a win. Welcome back here on the win any way you can on a game that's not even football. So we'll just leave it at this, then we'll wrap it up here because I know you got to get back to your stuff. With a half of a football game, what do you guys got to do to come out here and get the win here today?
I think we're set up pretty well right now. We get the ball to start, then we get the ball at half as well. So we're going to have to turn one of those possessions in points. Hopefully as many as we can. But no, it's just limiting the mental mistakes. I think we had 6 penalties that were just little 5-yarders where we had 2 guys in motion or somebody's jumping off sides or whatnot. So we got to limit those and take care of the ball and get to our blocks and make good runs when we have the ball. And defensively, it hasn't changed defensively. Now they're going to be able to throw the ball. There's no rain, so now we know we're going to have to get pressure as well. So I think if we could do those, we like what might happen at the end.
Absolutely, yeah. We're looking forward to getting this one underway today. It's going to be hot, but it's going to be dry at the very least. So we're looking forward to that, Coach. Appreciate you taking some time to talk to us here on the pregame show.
No problem. Thank you.
Head coach of the Perryville Pirates, Blaine Boss, here on the Fleets Equipment pregame show. We'll be back to continue our coverage leading up to the game between Perryville and DeSoto here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Are you ready to give your dreams a new address? Whether you're looking to buy or build, the First State Community Bank lending team can help you get there. We'll connect you with the right loan, the right lender, and when all is said and done, the right home for you. Get in touch with your local FSCB lender at fscb.com/welcomehome or see us in Farmington, Park Hills, Bonne Terre, Deloge, or Terre de Lac to get started on your journey to homeownership. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 412605.
Welcome back here on the Fleets Equipment pregame show as we continue our coverage leading up to the Perryville DeSoto football game and round 2 here today. And I have the head coach of the DeSoto football team with me, Chris Johnson. And Coach, obviously just been a crazy couple of days here with the cancellation on Friday. How have you guys been able to prepare here for the game Monday over the last 48 hours?
As best we can. There's really the thing I told most people that I've talked to, I'm like, there's really not a blueprint. I mean, there's nothing in place that says when this happens, this is what you do. So there's really, to us, we tried everything we could to think through, our pregame, our postgame, what our kids were doing yesterday, day before. So hopefully we did everything we possibly could to put ourselves in a position to come out and play well today.
Yeah, and now obviously without the rain, it's going to be a little bit warmer out here today, but the dry conditions certainly favor the passing game for you guys, and I know you guys are going to be excited to get kind of sling it around a little bit. You guys are going to be able to try to throw the ball around a little bit today then?
Yeah, I think for our success, Briar's shown the ability to stand back there and throw it pretty well. On that game Friday night, anybody that could complete a pass and that stuff was a miracle. So yeah, we definitely had to kind of get away from some of the things we'd like to do and try to get into much more of a ground and pound kind of ball control thing. So hopefully with the dry conditions, we'll come out, and I know it's a little out of the ordinary playing at 1 o'clock on a Monday, but I hope once the game gets going, our kids will just treat it like a regular game and feel good about it. And yeah, hopefully we can throw it a little bit more than what we could the other day.
As I said, Briar, even with the conditions, he threw a couple of balls that were for the conditions. I mean, pretty decent. And just we'll wrap it up with this, then, Coach. Here, we'll let you get out of here quick. What do you guys got to do to win here today? Obviously, shortened game, pretty much a half of a game here. You guys are down 2 possessions, pretty much too, with Perryville getting it and getting the kick at halftime. So, what do you guys got to do to win today?
Well, I think that's huge because they're going to have 2 possessions basically to start the game. So we got to come out right in the beginning. We got to play good defense. We can't give up anything cheap. We can't give up anything right here to end the half. Then we need to come out and play good defense, start the second half. Because the thing I told the kids, I'm like, no matter what conditions, no matter where we played them, home, away, the last 3 or 4 years, they've all been about a touchdown difference between us. So I was like, we have to take advantage of some opportunities and hope that maybe a play here or a play there will go our way and give us a chance to win this game, because it definitely is 2 very evenly matched teams.
Definitely, yeah. We're looking forward to getting this one underway in dry conditions here today, Coach. We'll let you get out here and get ready for this one.
Okay,
that's head coach Chris Johnson on the pregame show here as we continue our coverage leading up to Perryville DeSoto. We'll wrap it up. We'll be back, and we'll have kickoff, the start of this one here shortly, coming up on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Fall is here and winter is on the way. This is Randy from Gifford Lumber Company in Farmington, and we're always ready to help you get what you need no matter what the season may be. Plumbing, electrical, hardware, lumber, tools, and so much more. Stop by and see us. Check the Makita, Yeti, and Traeger grill inventory. We're Gifford Lumber Company, and we're hometown proud. Located on Batosi Street in Farmington.
Gifford Lumber Company in Farmington, hometown proud.
Welcome back here on the campus of DeSoto High School. I'm Brandon Pavlina as we continue our coverage on the Fleets Equipment pregame show leading up to the start of this game. It's the continuation of a game between Perryville and DeSoto. We'll pick it up with, they're counting down the clock here. We'll pick it up with 3.5 minutes or so, a little bit of shade over 3.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Perryville has the football. They will also receive the second half kick, so they have a chance to really take advantage of 2 possessions to start off this continuation here today. It's going to be a big start to the game here, and it's going to be a hot one today as well. Let's take a quick check of the Doe Run Company weather update. Doe Run Company providing the minerals and metals we need to power our future. 83 degrees here in DeSoto at the start of this one, and says it feels like 88, and I would agree with that. I've been down there on the turf, always a little bit hotter on the turf field. So it's a warm one today. We'll see how those conditions play out and affect this one. But want to thank some of our sponsors for making today's broadcast possible. Jefferson College, Lucas Smith Chrysler Center, Mario's Italia, Farmington's McDonald's, and Vector Communications, Midwest Sports Center, and Mineral Area College. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the starting lineups for both teams while we have some time here on the pregame show. With Perryville getting the ball first, let's take a look at their offense first. As for the Pirates, the quarterback is Evan Doherty, a junior. Up front, their offensive line from left to right. It's Aaron Ernst at left tackle, Matt Mueller at left guard, Brad Ernst is the center, Clayton Steffens is the right guard, and at right tackle, it's Kyle Underwood. At the skill positions, you got Dawson Camden and Carter Dix as the starting receivers. Drew Hotop and Caleb Grimaud are your starting tailbacks. And then you've also got Ethan Moran and Eli Bierick, who are essentially starters, but they rotate in. All of them really do. But that's how it rounds out. Camden, Dix, Moran, Bierick, and Hotop and Grimaud. Those are your skill players for the Perryville Pirates. A couple others as well. We'll see Will Defani in there as well as Drew Holt. Expect to see the ball slung around the yard a little bit today from the other side of the ball from Briar Fisher. We'll see how Doherty does slinging the rock today for Perryville. DeSoto's defense aligns like this. They have 4 down linemen. Chase Greenlee is the defensive end. Mitchell Appleton and Landon Porter are the D tackles. And the other defensive end is Grant Harden. The linebackers, Jacob Kerbler, Cameron Brooks, and Will Rector. And then the DBs, Jerry Chandler, Ethan Rising, Dominic Punjani. And then you got a rotation between Levi Fisher, Matt Kozlowski, and Caleb Coleman. On the opposite side of the ball, we'll bring you the starters when possession changes. But those are your starting lineups to kick things off. As the Pirates have taken the field, DeSoto is just moments away from joining them out there as well. And we're here in the Mineral Area College broadcast booth. Thanks for joining us here today on the MIMO Info Sports Stream. Again, the score is 0-0 with 3 minutes and 46 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Perryville has the ball. They're on their own side of the field, but it's the 46, 47-yard line. So they're right around the midfield mark as we begin things here. Good crowd on hand here today on Labor Day. Happy Labor Day to everyone out there. Hope you guys are enjoying your day off, if you have one, as most people do. As Perryville's going to start it out, they've got doubles to either side of the formation. And the tailback in the backfield is Grimaud. The whistle blows, and we're underway. And finally, a game where no rain in the forecast, and you can see the field. There's no bubbles, as you heard Coach Boss mention in pregame. As Doherty sets, doubles to either side, and the snap, and he's going to give it to Grimaud right up the gut, and that's a pickup of about 2 yards on Grimaud's first carry of today. Grimaud now with 5 yards in total so far. That brings up a 2nd down and 8. Double set once again. Going from right to left are the Perryville Pirates on your electronic devices and laptops. As Doherty comes set. Man in motion to the far side is Bierick, and they put it in Bierick's gut, and he takes it, he cuts back, he's got a little room, and he's able to rumble forward for a first down up the far sideline. As a nice pickup there of about 9 yards for Eli Bierick, and he has been the most productive runner aside from the quarterback Evan Doherty. Now 28 yards on the day for Eli Bierick. So it's a 1st and 10 now on the opposite side of the 50-yard line, going in on the 41, as Perryville with a nice kickoff to their day with a couple of good plays and a first down. 2:35 remaining here in the second quarter. This would be a huge possession to punch in and get some points. In motion, Burek. He stops, and now Doherty keeps, and he is going to be driven back in the backfield. That's a loss of 4 yards. There's just some miscommunication there. And Doherty, now with the loss on the play, he falls to just 31 total rushing yards on the game. And now it's a second down and long. Second down and 14 from the 45-yard line. As they get the call in here quickly. It's a great wrap up there by the DeSoto defense. They've been flying around here. And obviously, again, as we said today, just a much better conditions here today. Burek in motion. Doherty back to pass. He gets the throw away, and it's pulled in, but it's a short gain. As Grimaud, coming out of the backfield, was able to get it in the air. He was tackled quickly as Rising was right there to make a nice open field tackle. So it's a 3-yard pickup as Doherty completes his second pass of the game. And Grimaud with 3 yards on his first reception. So make it third down and 12 going in on the 43-yard line. Doherty in shotgun, doubles to either side. Burek in motion. No give. They go over the top, looking deep, but it's too far as they were trying to get it to Drew Hotop, who had a step on the defender on the fade, as he was more of a seam, rather. He was from the slot running right up the field, and the seam route had a step, but incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down. So after a nice first down for the Coldwell Banker Halsey Real Estate first down to start the drive, it's going to be a punt here on fourth down with 1:06 left in the second quarter. And it looks like they're going for it. Fourth down and 12. Doherty back to pass. Far side pass complete. And knifing his way forward, but being tackled down short of the first down line is number 5, Carter Dix. As Dix made a nice move on the screen pass from the far sideline. Cut it upfield, but was tackled, and that'll flip possession right on over. So a good little pass play there. Picked up about 8 or 9 yards, but not quite enough to get the full 12 and get all the way back there to the first down line. That's Dick's first catch of the evening, or from the afternoon. Boy, you got to change the vernacular when you're playing on a afternoon on a Monday as opposed to a Friday night. All right, DeSoto back with the ball now. And Briar Fisher back to pass. Slings one, and it's pulled in. Ethan Rising for 5 yards. And he gets driven down as the first man there for the defense was Ian Curry as he came back from the defensive line. 5 yards for Rising, and that's going to make it second down. And actually, no, they'll call it about a 7-yard pickup. So second down and 3. And DeSoto back to pass. Now they're going to hand it off, and it's going to go to Dominic Punjani, who gets driven down after a pickup of about 1. That's going to set up a third down and about 2. Punjani wearing a different number today after apparently having his jersey ripped on Friday night. And you know what? On top of all the other crazy things that happened that evening, why not have a jersey rip as well? Those very nice DeSoto green, dark green uniforms. DeSoto in the all dark green with the white helmets as the clock runs, and they're going to let it hit 0 here for halftime, as that'll do it for the first half of this one. As we remain tied, 0-0. As Perryville came out, got a first down, a Coldwell Banker Halsey Real Estate first down, but that was all to speak of as they went 3 and out. Actually, they couldn't convert on the fourth down, and they sent it away. And so now we take a timeout for halftime. It's going to be an abbreviated halftime. 10 minutes in total will be the length of this break. It'll be 7 minutes of a break, and then it'll be 3 minutes of a warm-up. So just 10 minutes. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll bring you halftime stats, and we'll do a little preview of the second half. So that's what's coming up next. Keep it tuned right here to the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
This is Dr. Karen Melton at Hearing Care Partners. We hope you don't miss a single thing this sports season. Stop by for a free hearing screening so you'll hear every play and the person sitting right next to you. One of the best parts of the game is chatting with old friends and making new ones. We wish all our local players a safe and healthy sports season. It's Hearing Care Partners. Find us online at hearingcarepartners.com.
Mario's Italia serves the best Italian food in the area. Pizza, pastas, calzones, strombolis, salads, and sub-sandwiches. Huge, large portions with the freshest ingredients. My favorite's got to be their fettuccine alfredo. You can get Mario's full menu online at mariositalia.com. You'll be satisfied with all of the choices that Mario's has to offer. Dine in or have it delivered, or have them cater your next special event. Open 7 days a week, serving lunch and dinner. Located in the factory at the corner of 1st and A Streets in downtown Farmington.
All right, everyone, let's get this party started.
Yeah! McDonald's Filet-O-Fish sandwiches for everyone.
Give me back the Filet-O-Fish. Give me that fish. Give me back the
Hey, what kind of music is this? Wait, is that a fish at the DJ booth?
Well, it is a Filet-O-Fish party.
Get McDonald's 10-piece chicken McNuggets, the classic chicken sandwich, or the Filet-O-Fish sandwich, now 2 for $5. At participating McDonald's, single item at regular price, cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal, limited time only.
The Doe Run Company, providing the minerals and metals we need to power our future.
Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy is out to prove that you don't need to be bigger to be better. Let's do a quick check. A full line of top quality products and services? Check. Nurses on staff for health screenings? Check. Being a preferred provider for most insurance plans? Check. A staff that believes in making their customers a top priority? Definite check. Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy is checking all the boxes that the big box guys do, plus more. So stop waiting in line and let us wait on you. Come see us in Deloge, Farmington, Fredericktown, and Ironton.
Bringing us back in here to the halftime show from DeSoto High School. I'm Brandon Pavlina, and the halftime show is brought to you by Midwest Sports Center, as it's a scoreless tie, 0-0, after we just finished up 3.5 minutes. I mean, this is just one of the most peculiar games and scenarios here. It's hard to even kind of consider wrapping up what that first half was, because it was a very abbreviated second quarter. They're only about 3.5 minutes. I think they ran maybe 4 or 5 plays in total, maybe about 6. But regardless, both teams still struggled offensively in that first iteration of this game on Friday. So the numbers still not looking all that great in that first half. 15 passing yards for Evan Doherty. Doherty also added 31 yards on the ground. Drew Hotop had 3 carries for -2 yards. Will Defani had 1 carry for 9 yards. Eli Burek, 4 carries, 28 yards. He's been productive. And then Caleb Grimaud, he's got 3 carries for 5 yards. And on the receiving side, it's Drew Hotop with 3 yards, Carter Dix with 9, and Caleb Grimaud with 3 as well. On the opposite side, Briar Fisher with just 22 passing yards in that first quarter. Obviously, a nice completed pass there to end the half, and we're going to see much, much more of that in the second half. I would imagine Briar Fisher likes to sling that ball around the yard. He had a really great year last year and had 17 touchdowns, so we'll see what he can do coming up in the second half, as we'll see what Rising and Levi Fisher can do. Excited to see those two in action, the young receivers. Watch them in pregame both times we've been out here, and they're a good-looking pair of young receivers, and with a great quarterback in Briar Fisher, we'll see what they can do come the second half on a beautiful afternoon. On the ground, Briar Fisher's got 10 yards on 5 carries. Dominic Punjani has 4 yards on 6 carries, and Ethan Rising has 9 yards on 1 carry. Receiving, Punjani's got 12 on 2 catches. Cameron Brooks has 10 on 1 reception. And Ethan Rising, 7 yards on 1 catch, and Levi Fisher, -7 on 1 reception. So those are your halftime stats. We'll take another quick time out. When we come back, we'll continue our coverage here from the second half of the DeSoto Perryville football game, as we'll be back tied 0-0 here at halftime on the Midwest Sports Center halftime show on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Investing in a degree or certificate from Mineral Area College can pay you dividends. That's why we have been serving the surrounding community since 1922. Studies consistently show people who get advanced education after high school will earn significantly more in their lifetime. Invest in your education and your future. Check MAC out at mineralarea.edu or call us at 573-431-4593. It starts here. Mineral Area College.
Josh Harris is the owner of Midwest Sports Center, Highway 67 in Farmington. For on the road, off the road, or on the water fun, it's got to be Midwest Sports Center. We might as well add great financing too, right, Josh?
That's right. It's not just about the great products that we carry or the great prices we can get you on the product, but it's also how much money I can save you on financing. I've been doing this a long time, and I can tell you, Mark, we've got financing as low as 0% on select off-road models. Stop in and see us right next to Redfield Collision Center, Farmington.
Welcome back here on the campus of DeSoto High School. I'm Brandon Pavlina. Glad to have you alongside here on a beautiful Labor Day afternoon on the new MIMO Info Sports Stream as we are during, oh my goodness, I'm having a hard time with words. We are during, I don't think anybody ever says we are, that's not a thing. It's just not good English. We are amid the halftime show. It's the Midwest Sports Center halftime show. And we're just about done. We'll wrap it up here shortly. However, both teams still with 3 minutes to warm up if they should desire to do so. And on a hot day like today, I don't know that either side is really all that tired or needs to loosen up much more after that quick halftime timeout. We had a chance to tell you about the Perryville starters. Let's take a quick look at the opposite side, Perryville's defense and DeSoto's offense. Offensively for DeSoto, Briar Fisher's the starting quarterback, a senior. The offensive line, a strong one. Hunter Houston's the left tackle. Tristan Hendricks, the left guard. At center, it's Landon Porter. Right guard, it's Chase Greenlee. Right tackle, it's Mitch Appleton. And then the skill players, you got Levi Fisher, Ethan Rising, Jerry Chandler, Jacob Kerbler, Dominic Punjani, and Cameron Brooks. As these two teams square off for the second half of action here coming up in just a little bit. It's going to be a great second half. We saw both teams able to finally move the ball a little bit there with just the 3 minutes that they had to work with at the end of the first half. This gives us a chance, though, here quickly to take a quick look at the Perryville defense. As up front, it's Ian Curry, Clayton Steffens, and Chris Ernst with the 3 down linemen. The linebackers, they got 4 of them. Fernando Bojorquez, Eli Burek, Caleb Gramont, and Matt Mueller. And then in the secondary, it's Carter Dix, Dawson Camden, Drew Hotop, and Ethan Moran. Quick thank of our sponsors for making today's broadcast possible. New Era Bank, Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy, Patsy's Furniture, Perry County Schools, Perry County Towing, Presbyterian Manor, Serenity Hospice Care, Twin City Toyota, and the UPS Store. A reminder that we're here on the Midwest, or in the Mineral Area College broadcast booth on the Midwest Sports Center halftime show. After the game, we'll have our Presbyterian Manor stats. Presbyterian Manor, the way you want to live. And we'll also have our Applebee's of Farmington player of the game, our Serenity Hospice Care play of the game. Not much to tell you on the scoreboard front. Not a lot of other games going on here today on a Monday afternoon on Labor Day, but we can always tell you that Serenity Hospice Care gives you peace of mind when it matters most. Visit serenityhospicecare.org. As we continue just awaiting the conclusion of this halftime. Quick timeout here. 30-second timeout. We'll be back in just a moment on the MIMO Info Sports Stream.
Hi, this is Brad Smith at your home with the No Bull Deal, Lucas Smith Chrysler Center. What is the No Bull Deal? It's simple. It's a deal no other Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep dealer offers. Sure, you can shop around, but we're confident that you will come home to our way of doing business. We take the nationally advertised programs one step further and offer you the lowest locally advertised price, and we guarantee it. So whether you see us first or see us last, we are the dealer that will give you the best No Bull deal and service anywhere. We are Lucas Smith Chrysler Center in Festus, or check us out at lucassmith.com.
Welcome back as we get set for the start of the second half of action between the Perryville Pirates and the DeSoto Dragons. I'm Brandon Pavlina. Glad to have you alongside here this afternoon on a Labor Day. Happy Labor Day to you all. 0-0 is our score, and Perryville will be receiving the kick. They deferred after winning the coin toss on Friday, so they gave up possession initially, and now they get it back. And this will be their second possession here of today. And this is going to be a big one because you don't want to squander a 2-possession advantage like they had coming into this game or coming into this day, rather. And, of course, get a chance to tell you that the New Era Bank always presents the coin toss. New Era Bank. It's easy to save your coins and change with New Era Bank's Roundup Savings. To see how easy it is, visit your local New Era Bank online or go to newerabank.com, member FDIC. Opening kickoff is sent away, and it's pulled in at about the 25, brought out to the 30. So a 5-yard gain on the opening kickoff of the second half. And that'll send out the Perryville Pirates offense once again, led by Evan Doherty, the junior starting quarterback. And we'll see if perhaps Doherty can get the passing game going a little bit. He's got 3 completions for 19 yards so far. Does have a talented receiving core led by Carter Dix and Dawson Camden. As it's going to be a double set once again as Perryville goes from right to left on your electronic devices and laptops. Man in motion is Drew Hotop. They fake the give to him, and Doherty keeps up the gut. He rumbles forward for about 3 yards. Good pickup there on first down. Makes it a manageable second down and about 7. And it looks like they're going to give him 4 yards, actually. So a good pickup there. Now it's a second down and about 6 yards as we're underway here in the third quarter. Still scoreless between the Perryville Pirates and the DeSoto Dragons, an abbreviated halftime. Doubles to either side of the formation. In the backfield, it's Grimaud. And no fake there. Doherty just keeping right up the gut, and he falls forward. Another pickup there of about 4 yards. And that's going to make it now third down and 2. So sometimes that's just what you want to do at this level is just kind of fall forward, pick up those short gains, and make third down much more manageable. Looking for the first Coldwell Banker Halsey Real Estate first down of the second half as we have some substitutions here. Coming on is Will Defani, as they'll have doubles once again to either side of the formation. Near side, it's Carter Dix out wide, and Drew Hotop in the slot. Far side, it's Defani, flanked out by Dawson Camden. Defani, short motion. Doherty's going to keep it up the gut. He spins away, and then he gets blasted. We'll see if they give him the first down. It's going to be right at the 40-yard line. I think the first one in was Jerry Chandler and Ethan Rising as those two combined to put a licking on Evan Doherty, and they say it's short. Fourth down and inches after a pickup of about 2 yards. Doherty now over 40 yards on the ground, but in need of about a half a yard in order to push it forward and get another set of downs. Doubles to either side, Doherty in the shotgun. On his hip, it's Grimaud. Man in motion, Hotop. Doherty's going to keep it up the gut. He finds some room, and he gets the first down. 2-yard gain, he's brought down. As on the tackle there, it was Chase Greenlee. And that'll give them a first down now outside the 40-yard line. Still on their own side of the field, but at the 42. Doubles to either side. Doherty in the shotgun. He's got Grimaud on his right hip. Man in motion is Burick. They fake the give to Burick. They flip a screen out to Hotop. Shake and bake. He breaks a tackle, and he's going to pick up 11 yards before being dragged down. The tackle made by Will Rector, but a nice pitch and catch there as 11 yards for Drew Hotop gives the Pirates another set of downs. And it's another Coldwell Banker Halsey Real Estate first down. As Perryville moving the football here in the third quarter as we're about 2.5 minutes into the quarter. 9:30 left here in the third. Still scoreless, 0-0. I'm sure DeSoto is getting anxious to get back out on that field to get some points on the board. Seeing Perryville starting to move the ball. Doubles again, motion quick, but Grimaud gets the handoff. He breaks through the first wave and gets to the second level before being dragged down. A pickup of 8 yards. He's out to the 40-yard line of DeSoto. As another good carry there. As
ball's just across the 40-yard line.
That's what you like to see right there. Give the ball up the middle and let Grimaud just kind of knife his way through the defense. Doubles again, Grimaud on the right hip of Doherty. Second down and 2 on the right hash. Man in motion near side. They fake it to him. Now Doherty looking to pass, and he's just going to toss this one away as it was Dylan Holt who had checked in. He was the man in motion. Fake the give to him, and then Doherty was looking near side, trying to dump it off, I think, to Gramad on what looked like a setup kind of swing screen pass, if you will. But it didn't quite come to fruition, and as a result, incomplete pass. Now it's a third down and short. 8:36 remaining here in the third quarter, still scoreless between Perryville and DeSoto. Third down and 2. Make it 2.5. First down is at the 36-yard line. From the 39, Doherty in the shotgun, doubles to either side. Gramad on his right hip. In motion, it's Holt. They fake the give. Doherty goes forward, but he gets dragged down. And a pickup of maybe a yard, but Chase Greenlee came flying in there and laid the hammer down and really clocked Doherty right in his tracks. There was nowhere to go when Greenlee got his hands on him, and he is having a nice start to the second half, is Chase Greenlee. So it's now 4th down and 2 yards to go after the pickup of a half a yard. And Perryville staying out there from the 39-yard line of DeSoto going in. 4th down and 2. Doubles to either side of the formation, and now they're slowing things down here momentarily. They've called a stoppage to the action. 7:59, 8 minutes left here in the second quarter. Still no points on the scoreboard. This has been a slugfest of epic defensive proportions. Excellent tackling on both sides of the ball. You always like to see that. All right, here we go. 4th and 2, doubles to either side. Doherty with Gramad on his right hip. Doherty, speed option. They pitch it to Gramad. Full head of steam. He barrels through and gets the first down. It's a pickup of about 4 yards as Gramad got the speed option pitch, and he just turned on the jets and said, you want to stop me? You're going to have to stop a freight train, as his head of steam and that momentum helped him to barrel forward and get the first down on a big 4th down conversion. So now it's 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Gramad now with 17 yards on the ground as he's had a couple of nice carries here, 12 yards over his last 2. First down man in motion is Holt. Fake to give to him. Doherty back to pass. He's got a man deep. Looking for Dix. And Dix makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. As Doherty locked it up, a beautiful fade pass. Dix was hanging in the area. He had to come back to it a little bit. He leaped into the air. Back shoulder, spun around, pulled it in, and that's 6 points on the board. The first touchdown of the season for the Pirates, and it's a beauty. Doherty to Dix, and 6 points. Now the lead, pending the extra point for the Perryville Pirates. How about that? That was a heck of a play from the 36, 35-yard line, a 35-yard dime to the end zone. As Carter Dix, it was a great pass, but that catch was impressive. He had to go up over the defensive back, and he managed to do so on a ball that wasn't thrown out ahead of him too far. It had enough on it that he was able to make a play. And now the extra point pending here. Doherty is on to hold. And it's sent away. It's up. It's good. The kicker is Eli Burek, and he sent it through. That's his first PAT of the year. And with it, Perryville moves out in front. 7-0 the score after a beautiful touchdown pass from Evan Doherty to Carter Dix. How about that? What a drive there as they started back in their own territory, and they're able to march all the way down and punch it in for the first touchdown of the game. And that drive recap is brought to you by Gilster Mary Lee, hiring Class A CDL drivers and graduates, benefits and bonuses. Call Mike Welker, 1-800-851-5371. As they covered about 55 yards on that drive, and it's capped off by a 35-yard dime from Doherty to Dix, and Perryville leads 7-0. And let's see what else we could tell you guys about. Thanks to some of our sponsors, Applebee's, Coldwell Banker Hulsey, Coles Tractor and Equipment, Comtree, the DeSoto School District, and the Doe Run Company. So now it's up to DeSoto to answer, and I would imagine that Briar Fisher is anxious to get that opportunity to do so. as the ball is teed up and Eli Burick has it set to send it away. And we'll see how things go here for the DeSoto Dragons with their first full possession of the second half. Kicks away, it's pulled in by Rising. Looking for some room on the near side, and he gets dragged down at about the 21-yard line. Ball is out, and it's picked up by the Perryville Pirates. Ethan Rising on the kick return lost the handle as he was being pulled down, and right there to fall on it were the Pirates. And that's going to give Perryville possession here in great starting field position in the red zone inside their opponent's 20. Boy, how about that? And now an official timeout, and we'll take one too. We'll be back in just a moment right here on MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Clarissa, what are you doing with those prices now?
Jason the Hayes made, and now I'm making deals.
Are you really offering 10% off on all Spartan mowers?
Yep. Get this. Right now, customers can get a Massey Ferguson tractor as low as $167 a month.
That's a real deal. Okay then, I'm making a deal. Right now, get a Massey Ferguson 1723 backhoe for $232 a month.
I see you and cut you a Woods cutter 15 foot for just $17.5. It's heavy duty and cuts 3-inch material. Beat that, mower mouse.
I can't, Queen of the Green. That's a really good deal. All that really matters is that our customers get the best name brand equipment, not some knockoff. And that's what we do here. Fleegs Equipment, Highway 32 in St. Genevieve, and at the Leadington exit also. Online, 24/7 at fleegs.com.
Welcome back here to DeSoto High School. I'm Brandon Pavlina. Glad to have you alongside here this afternoon as we continue our coverage of this game. And after a wacky start here, Perryville now has a chance to double things up after scoring a touchdown and then forcing a fumble on the kick return. It was Ethan Rising who fumbled it away, so now Perryville a chance to double things up. Double formation, Hotop, the man in motion. Doherty keeps, and he goes the other way. He's got a blocker out in front. Doherty gets to the corner, a stiff arm. He's down inside the 5-yard line as Evan Doherty faked the handoff to Drew Hotop. And all the defense was following Hotop. Doherty just kept it the other way, got around the outside defender. Great block on the outside by Dawson Camden. You always love to see those receivers throwing great blocks, and Dawson Camden with an excellent one. Doherty read it well, nice stiff arm, and so now first and goal from the 4-yard line. Doherty in the shotgun, Grimaud on his right hip. Snap, the give, and the fake. Doherty keeps, and he scores! As Evan Doherty knifes his way around the outside and cuts it back up and in after the fake to Caleb Grimaud. He fooled the defense. And it's another touchdown for the Perryville Pirates, and they're up 13-0. Chance for 14-0, barring the extra point. But how about that? Evan Doherty on back-to-back plays gets his team into the end zone. Beautiful scamper on the first one, and then he punches it in. And the kick from Eli Burick is up and good. Burick's got an absolute boot as he drilled it through the uprights and make it 14-0 now. Perryville over DeSoto. As just 2 plays on that drive for 19 yards. And the 4-yard touchdown run by Evan Doherty caps it off. As Doherty took it all himself. He got all 20 yards on that drive, all 2 plays. And that drive recap brought to you by Gilster Mary Lee, hiring Class A CDL drivers and graduates. Benefits and bonuses. Call Mike Welker, 1-800-851-5371. So after a scoreless first half of a game where they were playing in what was essentially a monsoon, is really the only accurate term to describe it. Now we've seen 2 touchdowns, but both of them coming from just the one side as Perryville is taking advantage of the second half kickoff and also the fumble on the ensuing kickoff after that first touchdown. So capitalizing here early are the Pirates. Burek has it teed up. He'll send it away. Rising is back there to return alongside Dominic Punjani. Punjani had 10 kick returns last year, but they're going to send it to Rising again, and he pulls it in at the 5. Had a steam, and now some flags come flying in. Rising cuts to the outside. He's at the 30, and now he's going to be pulled down. Nice tackle by Eli Burek, who just flung his body in there and wrapped up the ball carrier. But flags down back at about the 24-yard line, so we'll see what the call is. Typically on those returns, you see a call, and it's going to be a block in the back. That will be the call. That's usually what you see on those plays. So a tough break there, as after a nice return, DeSoto's going to be set back even further. And with just 45 yards of offense to this point in the game, DeSoto's going to be really looking to come out and make some things happen here quickly. 6:32 remaining in the third quarter. So we're about halfway through this third quarter, and Perryville has found the end zone twice. Once it was Evan Doherty on a beautiful pass to Carter Dix for 25-30 yards. And the other one was Evan Doherty on a 4-yard punch. You got doubles to the left, and that's where they're going to go. Throwing it and catching it, it's the receiver, and now the ball is on the ground, and again, Perryville picks it up. John Whited was the receiver for DeSoto as he caught it on the outside, made a turn to get upfield, got hit hard, and lost the handle of the football, and it's pulled in by the Pirates once again, their second fumble recovery here in the quarter. And now Perryville with another great starting field position here in the second half. Boy, this could get out of hand here in a hurry. Maybe not out of hand, that would be the wrong word, but certainly they could break the gates wide open. And a little Katie bar the door. 14-0 the score. Doherty in the shotgun, doubles to either side, Grimaud on his right hip. Hotop in motion, they fake to give to Hotop. Doherty keeps up the gut, and he gets driven down hard. Mitchell Appleton right there on the tackle alongside Chase Greenlee. Pick up there of about 5 yards. And that'll make it now second down and 6.
Timeout, DeSoto.
And a timeout now called by DeSoto, and we'll take one too. This will be a McDonald's fast break timeout. McDonald's, where your Egg McMuffin is always made with a freshly cracked egg. Another great reason to wake up to the favorites you love. Quick timeout. We'll be back here on MyMo Info Sports Stream.
For 57 years, the staff at Farmington Presbyterian Manor have dedicated ourselves to providing our community the best independent living, assisted living, skilled nursing, memory care, and short-term rehab. We are proud to be part of the Parkland community and provide the quality health care you deserve. Call 573-756-6768 today and schedule a visit to find out more about Farmington Presbyterian Manor.
Hi, this is Jamie.
And I'm Chris with Patsy's Furniture in Park Hills.
Take advantage of discounted prices all this week at Patsy's Furniture during our Labor Day sale, now through Monday.
Prices discount throughout the store up to 70% off.
From home decor to living room, bedding, and dining room sets, stop by and check out our inventory and already low prices.
Plus 24 months 0% financing is available.
You'll love to shop at Patsy's.
In Park Hills.
Of DeSoto High School, I'm Brandon Pavlina. Glad to have you alongside here this afternoon as DeSoto just gave up the ball again. Perryville with possession, second down and 6. And now a false start, it looks like, or perhaps penalty on the defense. Saw some offensive players clapping. Oh, indeed. How about that?
A dead ball penalty.
Encroachment they will call, and so that'll move the ball forward 5 yards. And boy, DeSoto struggling here to start off this second half, as we're about halfway through the second half. 6:02 left here in the third quarter. Perryville leading 14-0. Doubles to either side. Grimaud on the right hip of Doherty. Hotop in motion. And they give it to Hotop on the jet sweep. Looking for some room on the corner. Flag comes down. A nice tackle made there by Fernando Bojo. And no, actually, that's the other team. Cameron Brooks on the tackle.
Is the penalty.
But holding is going to be the call, and so as a result, instead of a first down, they'll be moved backward. And it'll be second down and much, much longer than what it originally was. So 5:54 still here in the third. As Perryville looking for another Coldwell Banker Hulsey Real Estate first down.
Check that 2nd and 8.
As we get back to it. 2nd down and 8 after the penalty. Doherty in the shotgun. He's got Grimaud on his right side. Doubles to both sides of the formation. Hotop in motion near side. No fake. Doherty keeps, and he gets driven down hard. Nice tackle by Jacob Kerbler after the pickup of about 3. That's going to make it a manageable 3rd down and 4. So Doherty's done a nice job here carrying the rock in the second half. And the 16-yard scamper down inside the 5-yard line, then punched it in. He's now got 68 total yards here on the day. On the ground, at least. And then he's got another 61 through the air. So Doherty making some plays here so far today. Doubles again. Grimaud to the right. Man in motion here near side is Holt. They fake to him. They go deep into the end zone. It's caught. Oh, and no. Incomplete pass. As Dawson Camden on the fake, the pump fake, he had the defender beat slightly. But an excellent recovery there on the outside by Caleb Coleman. Caleb Coleman, the sophomore, was fooled initially, but the softly thrown ball hung up in the air, and Coleman was able to react quickly enough to get back to the ball and knock it away. Good job defensively to recover. So now it's 4th down and 6 yards to go, and DeSoto is going to call a timeout. And that was a heck of a defensive effort there. When you get beat initially like Coleman did, you got to do a lot to make up for it, and he sure did to knock the ball out of Dawson Camden's hands. That was a beautifully thrown ball. Boy, Evan Doherty has had some nice passes here so far today. Only threw one pass last year as a sophomore, and it was intercepted. So he is slinging the ball much, much better here so far today. 61 yards through the air on 5 completions. So he's done some good things so far for his team. As we told you guys on Friday, let's go over just a little bit of the preview here while we have a moment. These two teams over the last 20 years, they played 14 times. Series is tied 7-7, so this has been a very evenly matched series over the years. However, it's kind of been like a pendulum. It swung to one side as over the last 5 years, DeSoto has led this series 4-1. However, that one loss came here 2 years ago. And Perryville looking for more of the same, up 14-0 and driving. 4th down and 5 from the DeSoto 24-yard line. Doherty in the shotgun, doubles to either side. Fake the give, they throw short, and it's incomplete as they were looking for Dawson Camden. But the ball ricocheted off the turf on a low throw. Camden had no chance to get to that one. And that'll turn the ball over on downs. And there is the window that you need if you're the DeSoto Dragons. 4:45 remaining here in the third quarter. So still plenty of time left in this game. And if you're DeSoto with still only 51 yards of offense to your name, we'll see what they can do here. Briar Fisher, a guy that passed for a ton of yards last season. Let's see what he's got up his sleeve here in this one today. Doubles to either side of the formation. It's Punjani in the backfield. Fisher back to pass, and the throw is not going to be caught in and out of the hands of the brother combination, Levi Fisher, as he couldn't quite hang on to the pass in traffic. Nearest man defensively was the safety, Dawson Camden. So Fisher on his first pass attempt to his brother here today, not pulled in. But they've done a nice job of spreading it around. All the guys getting some action here today. We've seen Whitehead and Punjani. We've seen everyone catch some passes. Rising. Back to pass now. Far side they go to Rising, and it's over his head on a screen pass. It was a bubble pass, but over his head, and it was a forward pass, fortunately for DeSoto. And so as a result, just a harmless incomplete pass, but now 3rd down and 10. And another big moment here in the game for the DeSoto Dragons as they try to find some footing offensively. They need somebody to make a big play, whether it's their senior quarterback, one of these young receivers. Punjani in the backfield as they've got doubles to the left, trips to the left. Back to pass is Fisher going deep. He's got Levi Fisher over the top, and he caught it. And he's dragged down, but not before getting inside of the opponent's 30-yard line. That one, a completion of about 40 yards. From the 25 down to the 29. They get a 46-yarder through the air as Briar Fisher launches it. And Levi Fisher comes down with it. And that's exactly what you needed right there. A big play from both the Fisher brothers, and now DeSoto's in business, and that's what you needed. Trips to the right now, Briar Fisher back to pass. Looking short. And they get the pass completed. Turning the corner now and cutting up field, Jerry Chandler. As Chandler a pickup of 2 yards on the reception. That's his first catch of the day. Or of the game, rather. It's hard to say of the day. 2nd down and 8. After that Coldwell Banker Hulsey Real Estate first down. Coldwell Banker Hulsey Real Estate, they move this town. And what a first down it was. 40-something yards through the air. Impressive stuff. Briar Fisher to Levi Fisher. That's a way to make your presence felt. Fisher in the gun. He's going to hand it off up the middle. Dominic Punjani, but he gets leveled. Caleb Gramad, the leading tackler from last year's team for the Perryville Pirates. The leader of the defense, the middle linebacker. He read that all the way, and he met Punjani in the hole and hit him head on. Pickup of about 2 yards on the play makes it a 3rd down and 6. Punjani's still struggling to find his footing offensively. He's got just 6 yards so far on 7 carries. He's in the backfield, doubles to either side. Briar Fisher back to pass, looking far side for Levi Fisher, and Levi Fisher skies and pulls it in.
To number 2, Levi Fisher.
That's a pickup of 10 yards as Levi Fisher goes through the air and he yanks it down as the Fisher brother combination is looking awfully good here on this drive. 56 yards through the air between those two over the last 3 plays. Or maybe 4 plays, but regardless, those two are finding their rhythm. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line going in. Doubles to either side. Briar Fisher back to pass. Pump fake. He goes deep. Rising in the end zone. He skies and he pulls it down. Touchdown on the play. Back shoulder fade. Rising skied and he pulled it in. What a catch. What a throw. And that gets the Dragons on the board. There is a flag down. We'll see what the call is. Pass interference on the defense, so it will stand. Touchdown to DeSoto Dragons. Briar Fisher gets his first throwing touchdown of 2019. It's a dandy to Ethan Rising. 15 yards, and with it, the Dragons are on the board. Trying to cut it down to an even smaller lead here if they can find a way to get it between the uprights. The kicker is not the one that I have listed. I'll wait here momentarily. But how about that? Briar Fisher comes out guns blazing on that drive. He threw him all the way down the field as the extra point attempt is up and good. It's
the extra point
Cameron Brooks who's the kicker. So Cameron Brooks puts it up and through. 14-7 now the score. After the 15-yard touchdown. And now 101 yards through the air on the game for Briar Fisher. That drive brought to you by Gilster Mary Lee, hiring Class A drivers, CDL drivers, and graduates. Benefits and bonuses. Call Mike Walker, 1-800-851-5371. And that is a chance to be the Serenity Hospice Care Player of the Game, as that was a heck of a catch. And that was just a heck of a drive. About 73, doing some math on the fly here. That's always fun doing math on air. Yeah, 73 yards through the air on that drive for Briar Fisher. That's exactly what you need. You're chasing 2 touchdowns. You get the ball back after getting the turnover on downs. You need your senior leader to take you down the field, and Briar Fisher puts the team on his back. Kickoff incoming, and it is rolling toward the sidelines. It'll go out of bounds on the far sideline. Boy, that is not what the Dragons wanted there. As the ensuing kickoff just trickles its way out of bounds just inside the 30-yard line on the far side of the field, and that's going to give Perryville some good starting field position to work with. So I believe it was Brooks again on that
at the
kickoff.
35-yard line, at their 35-yard line, where they will set up 1st and 10.
And, you do all you can. You got a pretty wide field to work with, but sometimes catch the ball at the side of the foot. And that's what happens. Is see a cool interaction here between Briar Fisher and Ethan Rising, the touchdown combo on that last series for the Dragons. Back out the Pirates. Doubles to either side. They're going to give it right up the gut to Gramad, and he's going to rumble forward for 3 yards.
Tackled by several Dragons.
First down carry, and Gramad's now up to 20 yards on the day. The offensive production has been there in the second half for both sides after the rain has come and gone over the last 48 hours. 2:15 remaining here in the third quarter. 14-7, Perryville leads. As we work our way toward the 2-minute mark. Some substitutions, big men coming in and out. As checking back in out there for the Dragons, Luke Scott rather. Got to get the first. Love the first and last name combo. Doubles to either side. Doherty gets the snap, fakes the give, and he gets driven down in the backfield.
There by number 21, Jacob Kerbler.
And it's one of the little guys, Jacob Kerbler. He's not a little guy. What am I talking about? He kind of's got a build of a DB, but he's playing one of those linebacker spots, and he flew in there and put a good lick on the quarterback. Drove him backwards in the backfield. And that's going to make it a loss of about 3 or 4 yards on the play. So now it's 3rd down and 10. And this is a big moment here, because you don't want to give the other team the ball back with some momentum. Doherty on the keeper. He faked the give off the outside on the far side. He gets hit and taken down. Short gain there.
Doherty on the carry.
Tackle on the play.
Tackle on the play by number 32, Dominic Punjani.
By Dominic Punjani, as he was able to find the legs of the ball carrier and pull him down.
4th and about 7.
And with it, now the ball will be sent away. 4th down and 7. Ooh, and will it be? Perhaps they will try to go for it. Remains to be seen. Looks like Doherty staying out there. So it's 4th down and 7. Now they got a deep man. Now they're going to send this one away. Back to return. It's Punjani alongside of Ethan Rising. And now some confusion out here on the play before the snap, as the referees get those whistles going here. 19.7 seconds remain here in the third quarter. It's a 1-touchdown game. DeSoto trails 14-7 to Perryville here on the campus of DeSoto High School. I'm Brandon Pavlina. Glad to have you guys alongside here this afternoon. A beautiful afternoon here on Labor Day. Looked like the penalty was on DeSoto. And so that is going to move the ball up. It's a 5-yard penalty, must have been encroachment. So as a result, it's now 4th and 2, but it looks like they're still going to send it away from Perryville's own 43-yard line. Man in motion is Hotop to the near side. Get him aligned correctly, and now a penalty will go on the Pirates as a bit of a head start there for young man out of the backfield. Trying to, that was 33, so indeed it was Dylan Holt. So Holt just got a little anxious there, got moving before the start of the play. And so a little back and forth there on the 5-yard penalties as they exchange blows, but now we get back to the action as this will now pretty much surefire be a punt. Under 20 seconds left in the quarter, third quarter. Perryville up by 7. They send away the punt. It's off, and it's a dandy. Eli Bierich with a skying punt, and Ethan Rising with the fair catch as he pulls it in. And that'll end the quarter. Quick timeout. When we come back, we'll continue our coverage right here from DeSoto High School on the MyMo Info sports stream of the DeSoto versus Perryville football game. We got a great finish brewing here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back here on the MyMo Info sports stream.
Family, health, home. Comtree has been a leader in providing health care to you and your family for over 45 years. What started as mental health services has expanded to dental care, primary care, and many community services. We are your home for health care. We invite you to join the Comtree family tree. Call 877-COMTREE or visit us online at comtree.org to schedule an appointment. Welcome to our family tree.
Have you ever misplaced your debit card and worried while you try to find it? Hi, Paul Hale here at New Era Bank, and our new app offers Secure Swipe. Secure Swipe allows you to turn your debit card on or off from the convenience of your cell phone. While your card is off, you have the safety of knowing that no one can access your account from your debit card. Download our new app today and get this and many other new features. Call or visit any of our locations to get more information, or visit our website at www.newerabank.com. New Era Bank, FDIC.
Welcome back here on the campus of DeSoto High School. I'm Brandon Pavlina. Glad to have you alongside here this afternoon. It's a beautiful afternoon here on Labor Day. Happy Labor Day to everyone out there. Hope you're enjoying your day off and your day with your family, hopefully. As we continue our coverage, fourth quarter coming your way right now. It's 14-7, Perryville leading DeSoto. And DeSoto has the football, 1st and 10, back at their own 21-yard line. They went right down the field throwing the ball last time, and now the little pitch ball is almost intercepted as they went for the shovel pass. And Clayton Steffens, big man, tried to lay out and get his hands to the football. He knocked it away but couldn't quite pull it in. So as it stands, it's just a harmless incomplete pass. They were trying to set up the little bubble, or not the bubble, just a little shovel pass screen right up the middle to one of their tailbacks, maybe even a tight end coming in motion. But as it stands, harmless incompletion. They come back out, doubles to either side of the formation. Punjani's in the backfield, and they're actually in the pistol. As Breyer goes back to throw, looking far side on the screen pass. They get it out to Levi Fisher, but great open field tackling as right there are Dawson Camden and Eli Bierich as they're able to pull down Levi Fisher quickly after a gain of just about 2 yards. Oh, no, it's actually a loss of about 2. And so now it's 3rd down and 12 as that one going backwards for the first time here in this second half for Levi Fisher. 11:20 remaining here in the fourth quarter rather. Perryville leading 14-7 over DeSoto. Fisher with trips to the left of the formation. He's back to pass. Looking deep to the opposite side. It's Levi Fisher with the catch. And he gets dragged down, but not before he's across the 50-yard line. A catch of 32 yards on the play as the Fisher brother combo has been on fire here in the second half. 32 yards on the play as the drive started back At about the 24. So it's out past the 50. Or it's at the 47-yard line of the Pirates. As Levi Fisher now with 79 receiving yards. That was an unbelievable pitch and catch. Trips to the left. Man in the backfield is Punjani, and they give it to him. He's tripped up momentarily, but he rattles forward. Grimaude was the first man in the backfield. He got a piece of the ball carrier, but nice job by Punjani to slip a defender and at least fall forward for a pickup of 3 yards. So that's Punjani's longest carry of the game. Just 3 yards. He's now got 9. And now an official timeout on the field. And they get back to the action. Clock runs. We're nearing the 10-minute mark here of the fourth quarter. DeSoto driving, trailing by 7. Ball right in the middle of the field. And they look to run a screen. They get it out to Rising. He turns upfield and gets forward for a first down. Call it a 9-yard pickup. And that's another Coldwell Banker Holsey Real Estate first down. So Ethan Rising with a couple of nice catches here so far today. That one for 9. And they're moving again are the DeSoto Dragons. The passing game finding its rhythm here in the second half. As we move under 10 minutes to play, 9:50 remaining here in the fourth quarter. As Briar Fisher looks to lead an epic comeback here in the fourth. Trailing 14-0 here at a time in the second half. Trips to the right, one receiver left. Punjani in the backfield. Fisher back to pass, looking over the middle, and it's caught. And flipped backwards is John Whited after a nice catch. But Whited gets hit hard and dragged down after a gain of 6 yards. Good job to turn upfield. But right there was Eli Bierk as Bierk wrapped him up, and Bierk's got some pounds on the good old wide receiver John Whited and wrapped him up and almost suplexed him backwards. Great open field tackle, and that Grimaude is one heck of a player out there along with Bierk. They got some talented middle linebackers to do this Pirates team. 9 minutes left here in the fourth. 2nd down and 4. Fisher back to pass, looking deep near sideline. He's got a man, and it's over his head. Jerry Chandler, the intended receiver, as he had a step on the defender, but the ball just sailed ever so slightly, and that was enough. Chandler not the tallest receiver, and Ethan Moran was there defensively, got beat for a moment, but fortunately just an errant pass slightly was enough to cause the incompletion. Still an unbelievable throw. I'll tell you what, Briar Fisher can sling the rock like it's nobody's business out here. 3rd down and 4 from the 30-yard line going in. Fisher back to pass, short throw, it's complete. And the first down is barreling forward is Cameron Brooks. That's his first catch of today.
And enough for the Dragon, first down.
And that nice pickup of about 8 yards there is going to give the DeSoto Dragons another Coldwell Banker Holsey Real Estate first down. And with it now inside the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. As DeSoto comes up on the football, doubles to either side, Punjani in the backfield. To the right side, it's Levi Fisher along with John Whited. They're going to Whited deep. In the corner, the throw to the back pylon is too strong. There's no connection made there, and a good hit on the quarterback there by one of the defensive linemen for Perryville. I believe it was Matt Mueller. I mean, he might have gotten shaken up a little bit on the play, however, as Mueller's a little slow getting off the field here. And it looks like Briar Fisher is all right. 8:16 left here in the fourth quarter. DeSoto trailing by a touchdown, 7 points. But they are driving inside the 20. 2nd down and 10 from the 18-yard line going in. Levi Fisher, the quarterback, to the right. He's got Cameron Brooks, John Whited, and Levi Fisher trips to the right. To the left, it's Jerry Chandler. Back to pass goes Fisher, looking to set up a screen perhaps, and they throw it, and it's caught, but drilled as he catches the pass is Dominic Punjani, and he's going to lose about 4 yards on the play. Might have been better served to drop that pass, but as it stands, that's going to set up a 3rd down and long.
3rd and about 14 for DeSoto.
3rd and 14 for DeSoto after a great drive so far. Slowed down ever so slightly here. We'll see if they can come up with another big play. And now a flag down on the field, and I think it's going to be a legal substitution. The referee pointing at one of the players coming off the field, and yes, that will be the call. Looks like they got John Whited as he was coming off, and I believe Rising was coming back on. And it was late as they had 12 men on the field, and at the last second, Whited tried to get off. So now it's a 3rd down and 19 from the 27-yard line. Trips to the right. Fisher back to pass. Always looking deep. And instead he goes to Brooks, a little bit shorter, right around the 15-yard line. He gets dragged down. Good open field tackle there by Carter Dix. So Cameron Brooks, nice pass, gets back about 14. But not enough for the first down, and I would imagine they're going to go for this one, and indeed they will. 4th down and 8. Huge play in the game. 6:55 left here in the 4th quarter. DeSoto trailing by a touchdown as they have the ball on 4th, going in to score. 4th and 7, doubles to either side. Back to pass Fisher, looking over the middle. He gets pressured and he gets dragged down. As a swarm of defenders get in there, Chris Ernst was in on the tackle. So was Ian Curry. But Chris Ernst was the first one there as it's a sack on 4th down. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. And that was a huge time in the game for the secondary to come up and stand tall, and also the defense to really just, the defense for the secondary to stand tall, and also for that D-line to get some pressure. Just a huge moment in the game. 6:37 left here in the 4th quarter as we've got an official timeout on the field. Let's see what we can tell you guys about. Want to thank some of our sponsors. First State Community Bank, Fleegs Equipment, Gateway Region YMCA, Gifford Lumber, Gilster Mary Lee, Hearing Care Partners, and Home Pools and Spas. After the game, we'll have a short wrap-up of this one. Also want to thank Mario's Italian Farmington. That's right. I forgot to thank them on Friday. They delivered some pizza to the station for, I guess Andy went and picked it up, but we got some pizza from Mario's Italian. It was very, very good. And so a big thanks to them. Also, big thanks to Cole's Tractor and Equipment for sponsoring our football roundtable, which we'll have coming up later this week. And our Home Pools and Spas End Zone show on Friday night. Not going to have one tonight, but that is typically where you will find our coverage, where we get a chance to talk to all the area coaches following the completion of the games that we have coverage of. We talk to all the area coaches, though. Coming up, we'll also name our Serenity Hospice Care play of the game. Serenity Hospice Care, peace of mind when it matters most. SerenityHospiceCare.org. And Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy, committed to improving the health of their patients and positively impacting the communities they serve. So this is a huge drive here. Perryville can take off some important clock. We'll see how they decide to run it. 6:37 left. Perryville with possession right around the 21-yard line of their own. Doubles to either side in the backfield. It's Grimaud. Man in motion, and they give it. And now breaking through is Eli Bierek. And he tripped up over his own footing. Otherwise, I think he would have had maybe a breakaway touchdown right there as he got to the second level and then got tripped up. But a carry there of 9 yards. And, I didn't see that. A penalty on the play on the near sideline. It was blocked by a couple of DeSoto players on the sideline. Short throw. Got to get that referee to get a little arc on that throw. Get it out toward the middle of the field. As as that'll send back the offense on a holding penalty, and that's a big blow right there. Instead of getting nearly a first down on that first play, you get pushed back about 7-8 yards because the hold came about 2 yards into the play. So it's first down and 17, maybe 18 from their own 14-yard line. Perryville back out at it. Doubles to either side, including a tight wing. In motion, they go. They fake to Grimond. Now they reverse to Hotop, and he's got nothing but daylight. Oh, and he trips up, and he gets brought down. A good gain there of about 9-10 yards or so. And he could have maybe had some more had he been able to keep his footing, but Hotop gets tripped up. And a nice carry there gives Hotop 7 yards total in the game on the ground here so far. And that's going to set up a 2nd down and 5. So that's exactly what you needed to do right there. Go into the bag of tricks, pull something out that was going to get you a good chunk of yardage after the penalty pushed you back. So clock runs under 5.5 minutes to play. Doubles to either side. Man in motion near side is Burek. No fake on the give. Doherty just keeps, and he gets dragged down immediately. I don't know that he got much. Tried to go right up the gut. And on the play, looked like Garrett Harden in there on the tackle for DeSoto. So this is a pivotal 3rd down coming up here. Got to imagine if they can get it to be short enough, they might think about going for it on 4th down. How risky it might be. You could put it away if you can get a 1st down and really start to run some clock here. 3rd down and about 4. Doubles to either side of the formation. Dixon, Burek on the far side. Near side, it's Moran and Camden. Doherty in motion, Burek. They give to Burek on the jet sweep on the far side. He turns the corner and he's got room. Down the sideline, he's past the 50. He cuts back. He stiff arms a defender, and now he gets dragged down at the 35-yard line. A huge carry there of about 35 yards. And a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is, but as it stands, Eli Burek around the edge on the jet sweep. He turned the corner. He got it upfield. And so from their own 28-yard line, he gets it back out to about the 35 of the opponent's side of the field. How about that? That was a heck of a run. And the referee still sorting out the penalty here. It looked like late as Burek cut back. And it's a face mask on the offense. Boy, that is not a call that you see very often. Face mask on the offense as Burek on that stiff arm on the defender, Caleb Coleman, I believe it was. Burek just got a piece of the face mask, and so they're going to call the penalty, and that's going to set them back just a handful of yards, as now they'll start from the 38-yard line. So still 35 yards on the ground there for Eli Burek, and I'm sure my math is not exactly correct, but no color guy today. I can do a little math on my own and try to sort it out as we go. 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Burek in motion near side. Doherty's going to keep it. Looking for the edge. He cuts it back, and he's got some room, and he spins away. And he may have enough for a 1st down. Indeed, he does. Pickup of 12 yards on the carry by Doherty as the Pirates starting to find some real estate in the defense as they get back-to-back Coldwell Banker Halsey real estate 1st downs. And now another penalty. Boy, I keep missing these flags. I'm having a hard time seeing them right on the sidelines there.
Take the ball back to the 46-yard line.
So you go ahead and wipe that away as the play comes back. As looks like they got a holding on the play, and so now it'll be a 1st down and 14 to go from the 46. So my apologies. I didn't see that flag there, and so now 1st down and 14. Perryville with doubles to either side in motion, goes wighted to the far side, and that's where they go with the football. No, it's Doherty who keeps, and he gets blasted. And coming up, clapping there, and why not? Landon Porter. That was a hit stick boom right there. And how about that? That'll be our Patsy's Furniture pile-up of the game. As that was a lick and a half. Landon Porter, pat yourself on the back. You get our Patsy's Furniture pile-up of the game. Patsy's Furniture, you'll love to shop at Patsy's. Boy, he came flying up and he drilled the ball carrier.
The penalty has been declined.
And they had another penalty on the play, but it's declined. So they'll take the result, which was a gain of no yardage.
It'll be second and 15.
So it's 2nd down and 15. As they may have lost a yard even on that carry. Doherty now with 67 yards on the ground in the game. He's got 61 through the air. Although they haven't gone back to the pass since that 35-yard touchdown back in the 3rd quarter. 3:45 left here in the 4th quarter as the clock continues to wind, and now a timeout called by the Pirates. So this is really the possession right here, and this is really the set of downs that you got to get the stop on. Under 4 minutes to play now. 3:42 it reads on the game clock, with this one still a touchdown differential. Perryville leading 14-7. As DeSoto looks for an answer, they can strike quickly. They proved as much when they came out and marched right down the field, throwing the ball with Briar Fisher connecting with Levi Fisher. That combo has 79 yards through the air in the game on 5 receptions. So we will see if the DeSoto defense can stand tall and get the ball back for their potent passing game. They're going to need a stop here soon, however, as I mentioned, because time is becoming a factor. As both teams take back to the field after the timeout, you're not going to want to go anywhere. We got a good finish brewing here. Perryville on a 2nd down and 15. They're going to be looking to try to get the first and salt this one away if they can. DeSoto on the opposite side looking to get the ball back and try to continue this comeback. A couple of quick turnovers in the second half changed the complexion of this game. Perryville and the snap, and now Doherty's just going to have to fall down as there was some miscommunication on the entire play, and boy, what a backbreaker. And looks like a timeout is going to be called by DeSoto as they want to stop the clock. So Doherty just got the snap and didn't realize, or I guess the rest of the team didn't realize, that the ball was snapped. Nobody was moving, so Doherty had to just tuck it and fall to the ground. And that is a huge break right there for DeSoto, as now they get the chance to call the timeout with still 3:35 left on the clock. And now if they can get the stop, they'll get the ball back after just another play or two. So we will see here if Perryville thinks about maybe a little trickery to go to the air to pick up the big chunk of yardage that they will need. It's 3rd down and 17 or so yards to go. So they've got a ways to go, and really only one surefire way to try to pick that up in a hurry, and it's through the air. Doherty has thrown the ball nicely a few times here today. He's put the ball up and let his offensive players make some plays, but right now Dix, the leading receiver of the team, not out there on the field. So Doherty is going to give it to Burek, and he fumbles, and who's going to get it? It looks like the DeSoto Dragons fell on it, waiting for the call. The referee's pulling bodies off the pile, and they're going to say DeSoto football. So they went for the reverse on the jet sweep, and Burek just lost the handle. It didn't quite get into his grasp, and that is exactly what the DeSoto Dragons needed, as now they'll have a chance to march down a short field and tie this game. Boy, the turnovers in this game have been huge. And as a result, now Perryville back on their heels, playing some defense against the DeSoto team with some momentum. Ball is at the 44-yard line going in. Trips to the left for Briar Fisher. One receiver split out to the right. Briar Fisher back to pass. He's going deep. He's got a man, and it's not going to be caught as Levi Fisher had no one within 7 yards of him. And he had the ball right in the breadbasket, but the young receiver just could not pull it in. Boy, that is a tough break there as Levi Fisher had 6 points in his hands, but it glances off of them, and now it's second down. And Briar giving his brother a nice knuckle pound right there, saying, hey, man, all good. We still need you here. That's a good leader right there, Briar Fisher, and a good brother at that. Going out there telling him, hey, you made short memory. You missed the one. You got to go out and make the next play. Doubles to either side of the formation. Perryville playing some tight man-to-man coverage. They're looking deep. Oh, Briar Fisher gets pressured. He breaks out of the pocket. He floats one up. And a flag is going to be called as Levi Fisher went up for the ball. And the defender got turned around. I think it was Moran on the defense. Turned around as Briar Fisher threw a back shoulder pass up the sideline on the scramble drill. Levi did a nice job coming back to it, drawing the contact, and so it's going to set up a first down for DeSoto after the penalty on a pass interference call.
Pass interference against Perryville. Takes the ball.
And so that'll set up Perryville with some good field position to work with and a new fresh set of downs. And after that incomplete pass that Fisher had for a touchdown, that's got to feel like a backbreaker for Perryville. 3:14 remaining here in the fourth quarter. DeSoto trailing by a touchdown with possession. Doubles to either side. Briar Fisher back to pass. He's going deep, but he lobs it up over the head of the defender as John Whited had a half a step on the defender, Dawson Camden, but ball a little bit too strongly thrown, and so that sets up second down. And if I was the Pirates, I would start playing a little bit of zone coverage over the top of this man look that they have. They're just running straight man up the far side, and Briar Fisher's just taking a chance and throwing it over the top, and you got some tall receivers. Levi Fisher, John Whited, and Ethan Rising. You got some serious height in this receiving core, especially Levi Fisher. And now a timeout's going to be called by Perryville, and that might be what they're thinking as they were lining up with trips to the near side. And that was going to put Fernando Bojo lined up on Cameron Brooks, and maybe not the most uneven matchup, but again, I think they need to get a safety up over the top to avoid allowing those home run balls the opportunity to be caught. Another quick thank of our sponsors here. Applebee's, First State Community Bank, Fleegs Equipment, Gateway Region YMCA, Gifford Lumber, Gilster Mary Lee, Hearing Care Partners, and Home Pools and Spas. Also Jefferson College, Lucas Smith Chrysler Center, Mario's Italia, your Farmington McDonald's, the Midwest Sports Center, and also Mineral Area College. So on the day so far, Perryville with 168 yards on the ground, 61 through the air. It's a flip of the script, 164 through the air for DeSoto, just 28 on the ground. So as far as striking quickly, things certainly favor DeSoto with their ability to throw the ball around the yard. Not saying that Perryville can't, but even if Perryville allows this touchdown, they're going to have a tough time striking quickly enough to not allow this game to drift to overtime. Second down and 10 as both teams retake the field. Near side, you got Levi Fisher, John Whited, and it looks like Punjani is, oh no, it's Rising in the slot. As Doherty's going to flip it on the reverse, and now Rising is going to get dragged down. No, he spins away, looking to get to the corner, and he is able to get back to the line of scrimmage almost. Looks like he may have lost a yard on the play. But boy, I mean, considering Rising was going to get dragged down about 10 yards in the backfield on the reverse as Doherty was coming with it near side and flipped it back to Rising. It was going the other direction. Looking at a loss of 10, made it a loss of 1 by breaking away and getting to the corner. So now 3rd and 11. 4-down territory as DeSoto tries to rally back. They chase 7 points as we're under 3 minutes left. Back to pass Fisher, looking near side. He's got a man, and he goes up and makes the catch. John Whited as he's down inside the 10, and he gets taken down. Carter Dix with the touchdown-saving tackle at the 5-yard line. But another great pitch and catch there. Call it 20 yards through the air as John Whited went up and made a great catch. And now it's 1st down and 5, it's 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Huge play right there as John Whited skied for us. It was a wheel route up the near sideline as he came on the outside. Great play, and now Perryville backed up. 2:30 left. Handoff. Oh, and Pujani gets blasted in the backfield. A loss of 5 as flying through Caleb Grimaud. He read that one like he had been in the offensive huddle. As Punjani goes backwards for 5 yards, and that is huge as that's going to set up now a 2nd down and 10 from the 10-yard line as opposed to a 1st and 5 from the 5. Doubles to either side. Fisher back to pass. Looking over the middle, he slings it, it's short. And they say no good as Jerry Chandler, the intended receiver, just a little bit low on the pass. Chandler tried to slide down to get his hands to the ball, but it glanced off the turf before it hit anything else. So now in these tight spaces, guys with hands on their hips on the defensive side, you can see the weather, the temperature, everything playing a factor. But it all comes down to this. 3rd and 10 from the 10-yard line. DeSoto trails by a touchdown. Timeout called as get a little excited, setting the scene there. And they're going to think about it a little bit more before we get to the conclusion of this game. So Briar Fisher here so far today has been excellent. Came into today's game with only 8 yards passing. Thrown for 176 today in the 2nd iteration of this game between DeSoto and Perryville. He's been slinging the ball around the yard. He's got the touchdown pass to Levi Fisher. Oh, no, I believe it was to Rising. Anyway, it was just a great all-around performance here so far today. Through the air by Briar Fisher, and he's trying to cap it off with a game-winning, game-tying. That remains to be seen. Touchdown here late. DeSoto chases 7 points. They have possession. 3rd down and 10 going in on the 10-yard line. Huge moment in the game. 2 plays to find the end zone. Trips to the right. Are they going to call another timeout? Now it looks like the referees going to pause to this one. So to the right, you got Chandler, Whited, and Brooks split out to the left. Levi Fisher all alone. One-on-one coverage there between Fisher and Dix. Man in the backfield is Dominic Punjani. Fisher in the backfield, back to pass. Rolls to the right. He's got Brooks, no. Off the edge, and he gets dragged down. A sack. Fernando Bojorquez with the big-time tackle in the backfield. He dragged him down back at the 20-yard line. A sack of 10 yards, and it's now 4th down and 20. How about that? Boy, that is the play of the game right there, if it stands. How about that? Briar Fisher trying to break outside the pocket, trying to get to the edge, and Fernando Bojorquez came flying up and got the sack. 4th down and 20. Trips to the left. Back to pass. Briar Fisher looking, scanning. He gets touched up. The throw. It's touched and it's incomplete. It's knocked down in the end zone as Briar Fisher was being chased for his life out of the pocket. He flipped it up, trying to get it to Cameron Brooks in the end zone, but no reception to be made. It falls incomplete. Great defense back there. Drew Hotop was back there along with several other defenders, and they knock it away and stand tall. And now, barring something drastic, Perryville with a chance to sneak out of here with an opening week victory. How about that? The big-time defensive stand. It was 1st down and 5 from the 5-yard line. And Perryville somehow manages to get away, and they're just going to kneel this one out, as that's going to do it. 50 seconds remaining in the game as the clock is going to wind, and Perryville is going to come up with the victory here in the opening week on the road. How about that? What a performance here today by the Perryville Pirates as they come in and take care of business. They got the 2 big turnovers. They turned those turnovers into, well, they got the one, and they turned the one into a touchdown. So a couple of big turnovers changed the complexion of things here early on in today's iteration of this game, as Doherty will go down to an E once more, and that'll do it. The clock will hit 0, and Perryville will walk out of here with a 14-7 win over DeSoto. Great performance by both sides here today. A lot of fun to get to call this game here on a beautiful Memorial Day. Quick timeout. We'll come back and wrap this one up for you. And, yeah, that's what we'll do. How about that? Timeout. We'll be back right here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Good night.
Everybody's going home, pool and spa.
For you in-ground pool owners, it's that time again. Yes, time's near to close your pool. The leaves will be falling soon enough. Hi, I'm Jason DeClue, owner of Home Pools and Spas. We're taking reservations for pool closings. We'll save you a lot of work. If a problem exists in your pool when it's closed, it will still be there come spring, only worse. Let us do the job for you. Home Pools and Spas on the Outer Road, just south of Ludington exit.
Whatever your educational goals are, you can achieve them at Jefferson College. With caring faculty, convenient locations, and award-winning academic programs, your future is Jefferson College's focus. To learn more, call 636-797-3000 or visit jeffco.edu for a complete list of degrees and programs. Enroll now.
For higher education, for higher expectations, Jefferson College, Jefferson College, and you.
Welcome back here, I think, on the MyMo Info Sports Stream. I don't think I said Memorial Day, but if I did, that's fine. It's Labor Day. Happy Labor Day, everybody. Glad to have you guys alongside. I don't know if I said Memorial Day. If I did, you know what? I say a lot of wrong words when I'm broadcasting. It happens. Anyway, great game here today. Let's go ahead and give you some of the highlights from the game. Back in the studio with Chase. Looking for Dix, and Dix makes the catch, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown! Down at about the 21-yard line. Ball is out, and it's picked up by the Perryville Pirates. Is going to give it to Burek, and he fumbles. And who's going to get it? It looks like the DeSoto Dragons fell on it, waiting for the call. The referee's pulling bodies off the pile. And they're going to say DeSoto football. Snap, the give, and the fake. Doherty keeps, and he scores. As Evan Doherty knifes his way around the outside. He's got Brooks, off the edge, and he gets dragged down. A sack. Fernando Bojorquez with the big-time tackle in the backfield. He dragged him down back at the 20-yard line. And that is your play of the game right there, the sack by Fernando Bojorquez. in the fourth quarter on that 3rd down and 10 play. And he dropped him in the backfield, and that was able to help wrap things up. Play of the game brought to you by Serenity Hospice Care. Serenity Hospice Care, peace of mind when it matters most. Let's go through the stats here quickly before we wrap this one up. As Evan Doherty finishes the game with 61 yards through the air on 5 completions. He also rushed for 67 yards on 19 carries. Drew Hotop had 9 yards on 4 carries. Eli Birick, 63 yards on 5 carries. Will Defani, 9 yards, 1 carry. Caleb Gramad, 20 yards on 6 carries. Hotop with 2 catches, 14 yards. Carter Dix, 9 catches, 35 yards. And that is it for the there's one more. I think Gramad had the 3-yard reception as well. And that's it for the Perryville victorious Perryville Pirates offense. And for DeSoto's offense, Briar Fisher rallied today, 184 yards through the air as he was slinging the rock all over the place in this game here today. 184 yards through the air for Fisher. And then Briar also added 10 yards on the ground. Dominic Punjani, 4 yards on the day on 9 carries. 8 yards for Ethan Rising on 2 carries. Jerry Chandler had 1 catch for 2 yards. Levi Fisher, the big receiver today, 79 yards on 5 catches. Ethan Rising, 31 yards on 3 receptions. Cameron Brooks, 32 yards, 3 catches. And Dominic Punjani with 8 yards on 3 catches. And then John Whited, the big catch late, 32 yards on 3 receptions for John Whited. Those are your stats from the game here today as Perryville comes out and gets a win 14-7 over the DeSoto Dragons here on the opening week. Exciting game, a lot of fun, and we'll take a timeout and we'll wrap this. No, that is it. That's going to do it. We're going to wrap this one up here. Perryville 14, DeSoto 7. As that completes our coverage from this game. Thank you guys for tuning in here between the DeSoto Dragons and the Perryville Pirates on a Labor Day. Glad you guys were alongside. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. So I'll talk to you guys again soon. This has been a broadcast on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Hi, it's Hannah. At Coles Tractor and Equipment, when you buy an LS tractor, you aren't getting the knockoff. You are getting to buy direct from the major brand maker, not the middleman. That's exactly why LS puts more standard features on the LS tractors and why you get the longer, better warranty with the best price. The best price because you won't be paying the middleman and you won't be paying those franchise fees. LS Tractor does offer the best warranty and buyer after buyer knows that to be true. When you buy an LS tractor from Coles Tractor, you are buying direct because we buy direct. You aren't buying the knockoff that others claim. You are cutting out the middleman, plain and simple. Don't just follow the herd, lead the herd with LS Tractors and Coles Tractor and Equipment.
See Coles Tractor and Equipment 1 mile east of Farmington on Highway 32, or give them a call at 573-756-4353. That's 573-756-4353. And don't forget to check them out on Facebook.